Is this happening? Okay, here's the deal. Take 2 of part 3. Yes, I need a shave and a haircut. Got that out of the way. Them pebbles, oodly doodly doo doo doo. They can dust things with this. Anyway, where was I? Oh, I'm just testing things out. Okay, so let's see. Testing cameras out, things like that. Phones. Trying not to dox myself. Because if I care, like, dox me, please. Okay, so here, I'll get this guy out of the way. Listen to God logic. All right, so, okay, see that? Okay, that is a sign.
No problem. I mean, what the heck?
Trying to figure out focus and things.
Yes.
Plus holding a hand still, which is not easy. Okay, that old sign right there. This thing right there. Really do. It's like an old white, an old rusty sign down on the west side of town at one of my old clients' buildings, and he's an artiste. So he had a big idea for that sign. See, that's not focusing. Maybe if I hold my hand still. Anyway, that sign right there, he said, I want it to look like a pencil. And then he made this pencil right there. Well, he didn't make it, but he said, make it look like that. So I got my paint stuff out, and this is where we ended up. Well, not exactly. That was the Bruce. No, this is where it ended up. Okay. Whoa. Yeah. Oh, get my ugly face out there. How about that? Yeah. Went from that white, ugly pole to that. How about that? Oh, and then we went from there to, see, this is take 2. And I was talking about these guys. I eventually got to these guys. So we went to, get me out of there. We went to, this is the place Monument. Salt Lake City, come down Immigration Canyon. It's where Brigham Young said, this is the place. There used to be a monument there. Well, there has been since. As a child, I lived there. It's by Hogle Zoo. Lived there. We used to run around there as little kids with me and my sword fighting and stick fighting, and we'd run around in the fields there. Nobody was there. It was all overgrown, and it just had a statue of Brigham and Parley P. Pratt, maybe. I don't know if he was in on that one, but just a few of the OGs that came over the mountain in their hand carts and wagons, came in there, and Brigham said, holy darn it, gosh dang it, guy, we're done. There's a valley. I see water over there. This looks good. Salt Lake City. So he started that. But now it's a big monument. Well, it's a fancy monument. And now you have to buy tickets to go in. And so we did recently. Checked it out. The whole statue thing has been refurbished. So now there's samurais. There's Wakanda is up in there. I'm pretty sure there's pirates. There's Jesuit priest guy, statue dudes, the Indians. They were always there because I was a big part of settling this around here. The Fremont Indians at that time, or at least right around here, the Utes were up in the hills. There was like, I can't remember what they call them, but whatever the name for the Australian cowboys are, they have a name. Dudes with sombreros. Now there's all these characters up in here. Let's see what they're up to. Let's see. Now here we have. Okay, we've got the Jesuit guy here with his things. You got these guys, I think those are conquistadors, and like a knight's horse. Yeah, believe me, that did not come over the hills there. Here's the original kind of one. There's Brigham. Come on, me. There's Brigham with his hat. He said, "This is the place," and it is. It was. They're still doing it. And no, this is a close up. I like this one though. That one's interesting. That's yeah. Apparently, the Catholic Church was in the wagon train with Brigham as they came over the mountain. That's good. No, these are all new statue things because I used to go there as a kid and in high school. That's somewhere you would go drive to at night or on lunch break. It was all overgrown. Nobody cared. You'd go up there, oh, have a beer or something. I don't know. I like this one. This is pretty cool. That one, I'm not sure who's all in that one. I mean, they're beautiful statues. They really are. But yeah, but you've got like samurais. You've got everybody up in there. You've got the Pirates of the Caribbean in statue. You've got the Moors. You know, MORS. Oh, I froze it. I got froze. Yeah, you have like Vikings. There's like Vikings in there. It's like apparently it's like an old Benetton ad or a United Nations came over immigration pass, which in this town we've all spent a lot of time up in Immigration Canyon in high school and stuff. That's where you used to go drive up there, and you know, I don't know, you go up there at the top of that canyon. In the olden days, there was the tales of the witches. There was like a spooky house at the very top, up way at the top of the canyon. But lots of tales about that. Anyway, here's the piano. This is the piano that supposedly, they do have like really cool recreations of pioneer homes. That piano right there, which I wanted to play and they wouldn't let me. The hostess could. I wanted to, can I touch one key? It's like, no, I wanted to start rocking and rolling on it. But I was respectful. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's probably not good. Nobody else was there, just our family there. Nobody was there. But that piano there is supposedly the one that got dragged across the desert, pushing the hand carts. And they brought all of their stuff from Missouri. We're talking, this is Mormon lore. Our people over here, genetically and stuff, like our grandparents, and actually have handcart lineage. That's pretty bad to be pushing all your belongings on foot. I don't know, 1,000 miles, however far that was, from Missouri to Salt Lake City, and then go, okay, we're done. And then you had to go we had to go through the Rockies, and then you had to go through the Wasatch Mountains, which is what we have, like, right out that window right there. You got Lone Peak up there. Don't worry about it. I'm not worried. Everything's dots now with AI. Wow, who cares? So, no, they pushed the hand cars, like all your belongings. And had a few, they didn't have to fight too many Indians on that particular trail. A little bit, but not too much. Mostly Brigham, he was savvy. He just bartered with them and like, hey, I got some beer in the back. We don't drink, but I've just heard tales. Anyway, there was this fellow, and I'm sorry I didn't look it up yet, but it's a legendary story where he had that beautiful piano. I wish I could have played it. I love playing pianos. I find a piano. Come on, focus up. Get that buster up in there. Look at that beauty. Oh my goodness, look at that. Yeah, beauty. He took it apart. This is the story. He took it apart. Him and his sons, they had their hand car. Well, they had a wagon, and they're like in the middle of, I don't know.
I'm trolling
where they were
myself.
at that point, but halfway across from Missouri to Utah. And I think they were getting, it's like, we got to get rid of this piano. We'll come and get it later. So they buried it. Buried in probably, not canvas, but probably, deer skin, wolf, whatever they could find. Buried it and then came back for it a while later. It was still there. Brought it back to Salt Lake City once everything got established. Brought it back, reconstructed it, refurbished. Supposedly that's that same piano. They wouldn't let me play it. I'm like, oh, can I just play some boogie woogie on it? And they're like, no, sorry. But a little hostess in a pioneer dress said, I can. And so she did a little bit. And I'm like, well, that's cool. Well, at least you can. That's awesome. Yeah, fascinating. Immigration, this is the place monument. Growing up here, that is a thing. The fascinating thing is the statues, because they've added they did what do they call it? A refurbishment. We're just fixing it up. Well, I used to go there as a child. I used to run around there like a little Indian, like a little cowboy guy. Same thing in my mind. Me and my friends, like in 3rd and 4th grade, it was all just fields and stuff. And the monument was there, and you'd go climb on it, sit on it, eat a bologna sandwich, and then go back home before dark. And then in high school, you'd drive up there and, park for a minute and go, ooh, look at the city lights, and, high school. No problem. It wasn't gates. You didn't have to pay. But that's olden days. Now you gotta buy a ticket. But they have a whole museum in there. It's very interesting. Having been there from a long time ago to now. But the statues that kind of blew my mind a little bit, because you've got every type of person. Apparently the United Nations came over immigration pass with Brigham and said, this is the place. And now with Aaron Mendenhall, inside, no, we do. And hey, love louder, love longer, love stronger is how, like, everybody's, we're here. It's very diverse. It's like the United Nations here. And that's what that statue now shows. And I will say, they're very fine statuesque figures. And we'll see how my test is going. And that's probably enough for now. So that's my, this is the place monument report from Major Tom reports.
Nah.